wellness. Sometimes people cut corners, but I'm telling you about this season in my life, there's no cutting corners. I think it's best that, we take time out. I talk the stillness. I talk about the power in the pause, where we take time out to restructure our health, our wellness, how we're feeling, what we're choosing to. And you know what? It should be easy. It should be so easy. It should be so easy to say, I'm going to restructure my life and I to focus on my wellness. And sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't, right? Because we get so busy. We get so busy focusing on other things. But I would like to say, be intentional about your wellness. Be intentional about your health. One of the things that I started about 2 months ago at the time of this recording, I started the OMAD, which is the 1 meal a day. And I got to tell you something, guys. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. My body likes it. And it brings so much clarity. And it's almost a form of fasting. And I'll tell anybody, before you do anything, I've always said that in my videos when I talk about health and wellness, is to check with your primary physician or your provider, okay, before you do any such thing, because it's not for everybody. But for me, it works. And why I'm focused on my health, especially after just celebrating a birthday, I'm full and I'm really grateful that God has kept me thus far, right? He has brought me thus far. And so it's a lot to be thankful for. And this one body that we have, this temple, and we need to take care of it. Why are we so busy? What are we so plugged into? And this is, like I said, it's not for everyone. But what is it that we could be so plugged into that we're not focusing on our health and our wellness? And so I am choosing to focus on my wellness. I am also choosing to bring people along with me. And what I've done is this. I've had this 21-day care for self. People say self-care. I'm saying, I want you to care for yourself. Same thing, right? But it's focusing on you. Are you focusing on your health and your wellness? Are you focusing on how your stomach, your gut, really, how does your gut feel? And there's certain foods that I can't eat. There's certain foods that doesn't feel good. Dairy, it's one of them. But that's me personally. I love spices because I'm a girl from the islands, right? I love spices, but I had to kind of back away a little bit from that. So there are things that I am choosing to do, or that I chose to do, when it comes to my health and when it comes to my wellness, that I am looking at what I am choosing to consume. Simple as that. It is a choice. How many of us are out here saying that, it's a choice? Of course, there are people with other issues, and I'm not going to downplay that, obesity, could be eating disorders, all types of things. And so, like I'm saying, I'm painting, and I don't want to paint everybody with a broad brush. But I'm just saying, for me, and as always, I use myself as the example, right? That choosing at this time, I am choosing to take care of me. Hey, Brick Family Fun, I am choosing to take care of me. I'm talking about prioritizing our wellness. I saw you out there, Britt. I saw you out there walking and getting your exercise in, and I'm so proud of you. I'm always inspired. I'm always inspired when I see other people out there taking care of their wellness. Listen, I just did a video, not a video on menopause. If you get to check it out, it's maybe only 12, 15 minutes, not even that long. The first 8 minutes is really, so try and catch that out, especially when it comes to menopause, because I went through it, and I thought that, how many of us in here thought that we were going crazy, right? Or you didn't feel the way that you did. I'm an entrepreneur, and I think I'm going to focus on the entrepreneurial and menopause. I have to, because I'm telling you, I will not check it out. Yes, I will check it out. Menopause is not, it is not easy. And I try to go into it a little bit light. I'm going to be doing a series on it. So that was the first one. And I started out saying that a lot of men will not listen to this because if you look at it, I saw men, oh, pause. If you look at my post, you will see how I kind of subliminally, because men, they don't understand it. I remember at one point, I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to do anything. Leave me alone. But no, I'm cold. I don't want to be bothered. It was just like, oh my gosh. And it affects us in business. Yes. Yes, yes, and the emotional ups and downs of it with the menopause, it's just like out of this world. I'm like, I am that girl. I coached these clients. I mean, I have people making multiple six figures, one, two clients, seven figures. I'm here supporting everybody. Yay, yay, yay. And then it's like, womp, womp, womp. Womp. No problem. Yes. Okay. So that's it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I need to talk more about it. I mean, there are other people who say they're menopause expert. I've been a nurse 20 something years, right? So I just really started focusing on it because it was me. A lot of us and a lot of women too, why we have to prioritize our health. We're so busy running, taking care of family, going to school, worrying about what's going on with ma and pa and sis and them and Pookie and them and everybody. Worry about everybody and putting ourselves last, because many times we've seen that. I've seen my mom would put the food, six kids at the time. I remember as a little girl in Jamaica, and she would go, your father, and this and that and that and that. And at the time, all six kids and my dad, she would serve them first. And I rarely saw her eat. And myself and a friend, we had that conversation. Why did our mother do that? Right? Why did our mothers always took care of everybody else? And so we grew up and we saw that. And I had the pleasure, listen, asking my mom, I think in 2021, she passed in 2022. Mom, why did you always make sure that daddy and all of us ate first? She said, then all you mean, me have to make sure so to eat. Yeah, right? And people didn't know that even in these days and times, right? You make sure that they have a little money to take to school. You don't want them to go on the school trip. Listen, I've been there, done that. I wrote a program years ago, Discovering Your Purpose. And I broke it down. And it was so vulnerable that I haven't released it again because I told everything, when the money is acting funny and you're looking like, where is this coming from? But I'm sacrificed, and kids may have to go to school and, we're going on a field trip and you want to make sure they have their little snacks or little spending money, and you do without. You're just hoping that the gas in the car, I'm going to keep it real, will just take there and back. We've all been to there, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, your dad passed in March of 2022. So you had a year like me. And right, we're just coming out of that. So yes, and menopause and grief is no joke. Menopause and grief is no joke. It's like a double whammy. There are days, and we have to be honest about it because we're talking about being intentional about our health, and our health is our wellness. Right? There were days I didn't want to get up. There were days I didn't want to go to my office. There were days, one day, and I shouldn't have done it. I was like, to heck with this. I'm done. I don't want to be bothered. Nobody bother me. I'm going down to the shore. I'm taking a couple days. Leave me alone. That's how I felt because my get up and go got up and went. And trying to deal with menopause and grief all at the same time, it's no joke. And then people may not understand you. You're not feeling yourself. You can't. All sorts of things are happening. Your body is going through a change. Yes, right? And that's the thing. I'm October 2. Is your birthday? You're a Libra like me? Yeah, right around that time. Yes. Oh, it's very emotional for us. And I'm like, how do I take care of my health? I mean, like things aren't the way that it used to be. Like 2 years ago, on the up and up, on the upswing, everything was up, up. But when the menopause came in and we understand what's happening, and the men, they may not understand. And so now I'm doing more reading, more research. I'm doing peer-reviewed peer-reviewed articles and journals. I'm going deep in this thing. Why? Because it affects a lot of us. Why? A lot of women too, they have issues with fibroids. I had that for a long time. Get in the iron run. And I felt good when I was there. By the time I left, I felt blah. Right? I felt blah. And so it was a process of going through that until I'm like, okay, we got to get these bad boys out because something is going on. And so one of the things too, I found out for me, when I'm to be intentional about my health, I was also very intentional about the patients that would come into the emergency room. So I work as worked as an ICU and emergency room nurse. So I love the flexibility that I get to, I get to connect with the patients. And I remember, I might have told this story once. There's a lady that came in, nice looking woman, take care of herself, but she was just tired. She was exhausted. And her friend or cousin brought her in and said, listen, we left for a couple of days, the other family, and she slept like 2 days, just 2 days. And she said, I only have enough strength to take a shower, go to work, and come back. But then nobody was hearing from her. They brought her into the emergency room. She was very lackadaisical. She's very lethargic, I should say. Not lackadaisical, but it would have come off as such. However, by the time I started to ask her the questions, same symptoms that I was having, this patient who was lethargic and was just answering the questions and just wanted to sleep. And I said to her, do you only have enough energy to get to work? She said, yes. I said, do you just have enough energy to take a shower and it takes you forever? You're short of breath? She said, yes. And I said to her, when was the last time you had your blood work? When was the last time you went and checked things? Motivated 2010. Hey, thank you for coming in. Yes, thank you. And so this is what I want to say. Prioritize your wellness. When I figured out this woman was having the symptoms that I was having, and also I had to be an advocate for that sister, read between the lines, because they were about to write her off. I said, Doc, no. I said, I think we need to check this woman's level. He said, all of those levels may not come back away. I said, I think maybe her iron is low. She was acting the same way that I was acting. And let me tell you, I hated for her. We put her on the monitor. She was having, see that? So people will think that, oh, I'm walking around here. You don't know your iron levels. You don't know how important you need to be able to clot if something were to happen to you. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying from what I know, right? So something were to happen to you, have an accident, you can't clot because you never knew your vitamin. You never knew your blood levels. Also, your vitamin D, as in David, Please, it is a hormone, especially for menopausal women. It is a hormone. People may think, oh, I'm not there yet. It will creep up on you by 35, 37. It's there. I met somebody, she started at the age of 35. I was having a conversation with her and she just out in balls of sweat. I'm like, what is going on? And that was way back then, because we always think that, oh, that's old woman stuff and that it can come up on you at any time. So this is what I'm saying. Yes, your health is your wealth. And like I said, Brit Family Fund, I have a 21-day care for self. I'm going to put it in the comment. I have the free version of it, so when I do the calls, you guys will get access to it. And if you want to upgrade for it, it's a small thing. It's just only if people want it, because I don't force anything on anyone. But let me tell you something. When you start to focus on your health and your wellness and your mindset, because the brain fog, listen, I remember one day trying to remember the name of this what was it? This was a couple years when the low iron and everything was coming in. I was trying to remember the name of a particular, I guess you would say he was a famous comedian. He was a famous comedian, and I could not say his name. I knew what his face looked like, and I could not say his name. It was like, oh my God. Yes, let me tell you about the vitamin D. Some of y'all, I'm going to tell you this. Even if your insurance does not cover it, do not take my word gospel. But if your insurance does not cover it, I don't care what you need to do, get it done. You need to know it, because the depression, the not feeling well, the thin hair, the aches, that particular vitamin, hormone, You need to know it. So that's one thing. I don't care if they don't pay for it. You find a way to get that money. I was thinking about, how do I tell people, listen, I don't care if I have to sell something on eBay. I don't care if you have to create an ebook, make some, get that level done. Get it done. It is going to make a difference in your life and may even save. I'm just saying, I don't like to point at people, but the vitamin D is really serious, okay? I used to be so embarrassed. Oh gosh, how do I turn on do not disturb? Let me see. Can you say, oh, I forgot to turn on. It's supposed to automatically go to do not disturb. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Yes, the breakout in sweat at work while doing a presentation. Yeah, I saw that happen to a lady at church, and I was like, why is this lady sweating? I mean, this was years ago, and I'm like, I was just so clueless because I used to work nights. So I'm just like sitting in church. Why is she over here? What's going on? You know, not even thinking about it because you think like, oh, you know, I'm in my early 30s. I'm not even about it. That's the word that I hear. And then it hit us. Bam. So what is it? We have to start educating our family members, our daughters, our young men. They have to know ahead of time because it is something that can creep up on them. And also, you know, we have people after they have the post traumatic, the what is it, after you have a baby, you know, you get a little bit down about it. That real the issues that we're having, women issues, as we say, but also we need to know that we're not alone. And started to do, I said, I'm going to be intentional about my health. I'm going to be intentional about how I eat, what I put into my body, this temple, because I can still eat my food. So I saw this lady, she does OMAD here on YouTube. And I was like, oh man, what's that? Okay. So one meal a day. And I saw her, I think I actually saw her on Instagram. And she had a big, nice fish, and she had some avocado, and she had some steamed broccoli and that. And she was eating her meal. And I said, man, that looked good. I was like, that looks great. I'm like, how could it? And then I said, wait a minute, I already usually don't eat until after 1 or 2 o'clock sometimes. The first 3 days I do a fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. No big deal, right? But that's a spiritual fast. I do that spiritually, what's going on. And when you do that, like the first 3 days of the year, I'm going to tell you something. See God do some things in your life by day 2. By the ending of day 2, watch him work. I've proven it for myself. And so I said, all right, let me start taking care of my body. I started saying, let me take care of myself. Let me start to pay attention to this, what feels right and what doesn't feel right. But sometimes if I go out to eat, I may not order food right away. I have to think about it. Guys, if you just got here, please double tap the screen. Thank you. I did not turn off my do not disturb. So this is when my call, it turned off automatically. The calls are coming in. But I always have to think about, what am I going to eat? What's going to make me feel good or not feel? So I know I can't eat yogurt. I can't eat ice cream. I may eat it, but I'm going to be in pain, or this and that. And so now I decide that, what do I love? I'm a Kenyan woman. I love my food. How can I prepare it better? Instead of frying the fish, I can cook it and bake it in the oven, right? I have all my vegetables with me. I sometimes squash my plantain. I have that. Then I also had to learn how to eat so I don't have that sugar spike, because people may be diabetic, or you may have family members who are type 2 diabetes, right? And so I had a family member with that was the only person that I know with type 2, but it's managed by the diet. So then I found somebody else who's been eating the foods, then he's been checking it. And so how do you eat your food that's on your plate? So the first thing is, instead of just eating the rice and everything else before, the carbs that we call the itis, right? Y'all know the itis, right? You hit it and all that sugar hits your system. You have to understand the food that I want to eat. I'm going to eat my food. Okay, this girl is going to eat. But okay, how do I eat my meals to really understand it? So I start out with my salad, as you would say. I start out with my salad and I'll squeeze lemon on it or the vinaigrette. I don't have, guys, do you know you can make your own salad dressing and you don't have to pour it all over and even if you use salad dressing, you don't have to pour it all over there. Dip the fork, get a separate container, dip the fork and then dip it into your salad dressing. But most of it, even if they're saying low fat, it is by something else. Make your own with a little lemon if you want to put a touch of honey or whatever in there and just make your own stuff. And so I have that. And one of the things too, the word autophagy, look that up. You'll see after a certain window, a certain amount of time, when your body goes into autophagy, your body is a temple. The way that it was created, this is a machine. Your body will start to clean itself. Allow it, because every day, and then I'm finding out more with marketing that they're selling you this thing, egg and what? Bacon for breakfast. Who tell you that's for breakfast? Did you know we're in the matrix? Okay, let me stop. Somebody have to get what I'm saying. So they're telling you this is what you have to have for breakfast and this and that and all of that stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. But let me understand if I have to have my carbs, my protein, fats, and all my other things that I need in the group there. And so the first thing, and my fiber. So what I did, I would have the salad. They say have the salad first, then your fiber, then your protein. Okay. And then the last thing, oh my goodness, which makes so much sense. If you have carbs, if you have a piece of potato or the quinoa or whatever else you put there, or rice, whatever you eat on your plate, just eat it in a way that you don't get so tired so quickly. And you can start it off, whether some warm tea. Some people are doing an apple cider. I'm a tea kind of girl. So I'll have a little warm, green tea. So I am actually enjoying my meal. And when I sit down, I eat out of a real plate, guys. Try that. Try. Go in that china cabinet, take out that cup, that favorite cup. And I'm going to put, I'm not much of a real person. I may just do a little video and show you guys that when I have my meal at between 4:30 and 6, I am sitting down if I'm at home and I'm enjoying it. I was recently out, and because time that I eat, I was able to choose what I wanted. They had steamed vegetables. They had some curry goat, a little oxtail. Yay. I didn't need no rice. I didn't need no macaroni and cheese. If you want your macaroni and cheese, you can eat your macaroni and cheese. Eat it at the end, right? Like how I tell you just to eat your food. And I had the salad and what I had, and I felt good. So I was still able to make those choices. Stop making people telling you you have to go and have all this fast food, this thing. And prepare your own meals. Go yourself a whole chicken, cut it in 4 or whatever, and bake it. And then the next day, or, you have your vegetables. We need to be intentional about our health. Stop letting people telling you you don't have time. Yes, you do have time. Prep meals if you have to. We have this one temple. I come around here one time. I don't know about nobody else who said they coming back or whatever. But while I'm here, baby, I am going to take care of me. Please tap the screen if you're hearing me. If it's your first time, thank you. Go watch some of my videos. I just did something on menopause I'm trying to get y'all to listen. I really want to get you all to just kind of listen and understand what's happening with your wives and your partners. Just why are they acting like they're crazy? Why they act like they don't like you? Why they don't want to even be touched? And then you will see it's something, the mental aspect of it. So it's not only physical. So we have to be intentional about our physical and our mental, the mental side of things. Be intentional about the foods that you are going to eat. My 21-day care for self, I think maybe it should still be in the description here. I give it for free. I say, people, just come on in. There are some videos. Once I do the videos and you're invited off the list, then you will get that. Some people upgrade and they say, I want to get access to it right away. But I'm here giving you the goods. I just want people who are intentional about who they are and whose they are, understanding the body is a temple, okay? And that what we're going through, you're not crazy. So whether you decide what happens in menopause, yeah, other things you have to worry about, the estrogen. One of the things I noticed when I went and I had my lab work done, and I'm not worrying about HIPAA because I'm talking about myself here. My cholesterol went up a little bit. I'm like, what's that about? And so when the estrogen goes down, OMG, the cholesterol went up. I'm like, what? So it made me just start thinking, like, what's going on? And I've had people, which was their choice to do hormone replacement. There's topical way. There are other ways, the estrogen, right? They're able to, someone tell me that they feel fantastic. She is around 52, 53, and she said, I feel great. That was her choice. She said, I did research and I'm choosing, because some people have some negative things about it, but that's a whole long story. And that's why I'm saying anyone that's going to, when you're going to focus on your health and your wellness, I am big on reading those medical journals and doing peer reviews and seeing what's out there. I'm not going to come and tell somebody to go do anything because, I'm just saying what I do for myself, and what I choose to do later on, that's up to me. But health and your wellness is huge. Guys, just think of it. Why wait until you're going to retire? Why not enjoy it now? Enjoy it now. Take a couple days off. Take some money. Go on a vacation. Go on a stake. Go down to, if you're in Maryland, go to Maryland. If you're in Texas, there's some nice places there. California, wherever you need to go. If you want to drive up close to the border of Canada, do that. Go some nice. Look it up. Take some time for you. And we keep saying we don't have this money. Well, create something that's going to give you those extra funds. You are worth it. Waiting until you're retiring. Guys, if you're just coming in, thank you for being here. We're talking about being intentional about your wellness. I'm going to tell you, one of the hospitals where I worked, very close to the airport. Do you know how many people we've gotten? And I worked on a cardiac floor that was going for retirement. And I don't know if it's the excitement or whatever. Many of them, the ones who are fortunate enough to make it, either something happened to them while they were at the airport. So we were close to the airport, so we would get those patients, right? Because and a lot of them was just retired, or we were going on a cruise, or we going somewhere. We just retired, and I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying we have one life, and I'm not, that person might not have had a good life where they traveled, and we've had some people who did make it. I have come here. Listen, this temple here, I'm going to take care of it. Some things we just got to go. Some things I just need to leave alone. Some people's business, if you agree with me, I can't see here. See, oh, wow, you guys were talking. I couldn't see this. Barry walking exercises there. Barry is out there walking. I was on my treadmill early morning, and Barry was out there, Barry and Liz, and I big him up while I was on my treadmill. Thank you so much. Thanks for the thumbs up. Great family, and thank you for still being here. And you may want to, it's 21 day, it's bit.ly/21 day care for self. And I should have it, and I may tag you. You may want to check it out, because those 21 days, you're going to use it. Now, into the new year, I do the Daniel fast. So for some people, they don't eat. If you really know what the Daniel fast is, it's not up just losing weight, because you are going to eat better. Okay. But for me, so many years, me doing that, I found out other alternatives that I didn't put eggs. Why do we think we have to put eggs in our pancakes or egg in anything that we're baking? And my grandson, some of you may know, vegan, we had to, because he had all these allergies. So we learned how to cook without all of that extra stuff. And that kid is so healthy. He's not, but he is strong and he's fast, and his mind is so intelligent, because he doesn't like a lot of meats and he doesn't like too much sugar. But the conversation with a 5-year-old is out of this world. Okay. So let's take care of ourselves, Brit family. Let's connect and understand how you can still prepare your meal. Even if you eat once a day, but start to understand. Dr. Sibi used to tell you, right? They used to tell you it's in the gut. And it's so true. That's why they say when to take deep breaths. That vagus nerve, if you guys don't know about that vagus nerve, it goes all the way into, if I'm not wrong, goes all the way into the gut. So when they say everything belongs being in the gut. So I will be doing my, my ducks. I'm from the Caribbean, y'all. We're going to have my Cersei, the bitters, as I call the bitters. I'm going to be having my Cersei to clean out. Some people may do it different. You've done the Daniel fast. Yes. Isn't that a min? Yes, the Daniel fast. I've done it. Ooh, 2012, 13, 14, maybe, many years. I got so good at it that I wrote my own course for the Daniel fast, and that was totally free. So I could put people on the list for that. Why do I give away this information for free? And I said people who really will pay attention to it, because after 25 years, almost 30 years, oh God, it will be 29 years next year as a registered nurse, and just seeing the people who are coming through and in certain communities. Most of the times we're tired, we're stressed out, and we're doing the best that we can, and we're also taking care of everybody else. But in this, I'm going to tell us it's to take care of us. Where's Marvella? Is Marvella in here? Okay, I can't see someone. Let me go back up here. Somebody just said hi to Marvella. Barry, I see Brit family. I couldn't see. Okay. But everybody, I just want motivated 2010. Yes. Thank you guys for being here. We have to prioritize our mental and our physical wellness. Barry is out there walking up a storm. Barry is out there walking, and I'm so proud of him because Barry is the one who got me back to walking. To tell you guys the truth, because Barry and Liz, they're out there, and Barry was, he's the one who really got me out there, started walking. So there's so many people here on this community. Let us use it for good. Let's use it for good. And the moment you start to take care of yourself, you are going to be so like, hey, I didn't eat. I was in my office yesterday, and let me tell you what I do on Monday. It's my administrative days. So I started to go through all these things that I saw. $200 and something hit one of my account, another $400 and something. I'm like, wait a minute. We just have enough to take care of what needs to be taken care of. But thank God a little extra was in there. And I'm seeing all these things that are being renewed. Some emails I have, for my businesses, I have different emails and the domain names. And what they do, they turned it on for 2 years. So they were hitting me for 5 different emails, $290 and some cents. And I was like, what? And then a thing renewed for $408. And I'm just like, because what's happening now, guys? This is another thing, take some time and start going through all these things that you are signed up for. One of the things that I was signed up for, thank God my Chase blocked it. It was maybe 300 and something a year. And the emails to another account, a Hotmail that I really can't even remember half the time, that's still there. And I said, who are these people? They up their renewal $300 and maybe $6 a year to $888. Guys, start going through all these things that you subscribe to and your phone company, because I'm getting ready to call them today. When you tell them you are about to pull your business from them, watch them start offering you stuff. We just take it as is. All right? Right? Yes. Yes, guys, thanks for coming in. Hit the like button. Thank you. Yes. So start going through all the things that you're signed up for. And I told them I'm about to take my business from here, only to find out I don't even own it anymore. It was GoDaddy that I was talking to. I said, oh, you guys be good this time. But they're telling me in some country, somebody answering the phone. So, guys, there's too many things. And I said, that's an extra 600, almost 700 that came out of that could have gone to something else. And so I started calling and I'm sending emails and I'm going through. Thank you. Some of them now, when you try to cancel Hulu, I could not cancel them. Guys, know that you can't cancel them on your phone. You cannot cancel them on your phone. That's how I ended up stuck with them for months. It's only on your laptop. Okay, because I wanted to watch one movie. So for 7 months, all these little things, the Dropbox, the this, the that, all these things. And when I looked at it, I said, oh my God, that's hundreds of dollars going to the thousands, right? Because when you have a business, and a lot of my business can be virtual, so there are better opportunities. So start spending time taking care of your finances. So I like to talk about your your mental, physical, your emotional health. Sometimes you got to block people out. The negative people, I don't have time for them. The negativity conversation, when I get up early in the mornings before, like when Barry come on, I'm in something new. I am going on that treadmill for I'm walking maybe at 2.8, 3.2, then I can up it to 3 point, and then I can take it to the next level. Yes. And I was listening to Barry and I was walking. But before then, I am learning something new. Take the opportunity to feed your mind. Now I'm saying it's menopause. Now I'm looking at insulin resistance. What does that mean? How our body uses it, how we have to care for the liver. They talk about detoxing the liver. Dr. Bobby Price, he's here on YouTube. Check him out. His stuff, I mean, and that man is a blessed man, because I've seen how even before he got to this level, I would watch him. I saw how he used his money to support people in Jamaica. He didn't flaunt it, but I'm talking, bro, you took about a couple thousands. I've seen where he has done thousands of dollars. And I'm not talking no one, two, three, four, thousands of dollars to support people. So I'm supporting, and look at where you're sowing your seed and where you are supporting. Right? We're supporting people, supporting food and things that's not blessing our temple. All right. And the more you study, the more you're understanding why it's so important to keep us so busy. So yes, those 21 days for self, like I said, I'll put it out there. I'll talk a little bit more about it. You can go on videos. I was talking about menopause. I kind of take it easy, but I'm going to go in a little bit more. I'm also going to update the program, the 21-day care for self. I'm going to do a component on the menopause piece, because I think that it's really important of how we get to understand. And also the study, guys, reason why I really want to talk about this is what it does to our brain. It's what it does to our brain, what's happened. And if I can optimize my health and wellness right now, that's what I'm going to do. It's real serious stuff. It just doesn't just like this. It's what it does to the brain. A little bit upset, but I was like, I kind of knew it. And that's why do we need to do it? Because sometimes we go out, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I got to go up to the office. But what I wanted to say, that we're going to go in a little bit deeper. We have to take care of ourselves. Choose to take care of yourselves and say, this is what I want to learn about my food, how I'm going to eat it today. If anything, when you're leaving here, leave the carbs for last. Make a nice salad, steam some zucchinis, steam some cabbage. What I do, I put them all in the pot. I just put my cabbage over here, zucchini here. I'll put a little plantain, so I don't have to have a lot of carbs. And I put it in one pot and I steam it. And then I have my sliced blue fish, and I have it with my avocado. I cut up my avocado. You want to break fast with something like they said, like almost like a fat, a protein, a fat. So avocados, if you eat it, they're good. And so I break it with that or some warm tea. You can have a little bit coffee or whatever you use, or your tea. But, all of that heavy stuff, you don't need it. But you can really eat. And when you eat, because the last time I ate, I was a bit late because I was on the phone clicking things off. I was not playing with them yesterday. No, we're canceling that. I saved myself hundreds of dollars yesterday, and I'm going to start again today. I'm getting ready to call one of these phone companies. I am not playing. And so I ate a little bit later yesterday. I want to eat 4. Usually I try to finish by 6, but I left the office a little bit late by my choice. So I went to the store and I got a little escovitch fish. And, escovitch, may fry it once in a while. It doesn't hurt. I usually put it in the oven, the convection, so you can make it almost like it's fried or on the grill and put your own seasoning on it. But I had it, and I had some cabbage, and I had some green tin that I did in olive oils. Also, you're going to learn about the kind of oil, what's good for you, what's good for your gut, inside your gut. That's where it starts. So thank you for being here, Britt. Definitely, I'm going to post on my wall, but under this, it should be the 21 Care for Self. You can sign up for it, and you'll get some emails. Look in your spam folder, you'll get some emails. I don't bombard too much, but when I'm going to do a new series or a new video, which is free, I send that out so you guys will be notified. But if you want to get access to the program, you can just upgrade. Once you put your name and information in, it'll take you to the page, and it's just like, it's just a few if you want to. Or people, I tell them it's $11 and something times whatever 4, because you can break it up to take care of it. But be intentional about your health and your wellness. I give you the minute course with it, a lot of stuff. But like I said, I'm going to the menopause piece because I think it's really important. It will save our lives. And I'm thinking about now the conversations I need to have with my daughter so they can prepare themselves and start to really understand what this is about and how, before, because sometimes too, there's some people who might have had like surgical menopause. Some people there are reasons why that's done. And that one I'm really sensitive about, the surgical menopause too. We need to really educate ourselves beforehand on a lot of things. And also secrets. Families don't tell you what's been going on with them. I'm sure some of you might have experienced that. Families, the secret stuff, them not tell you anything. So you have to try and figure it out and piecing it there. We need to stop that. Right now, when it comes to the health and wellness, when it comes to the finances, my membership is here, guys. You can come into the membership, and I'm very transparent. Any of my clients, and if you read anything online, they will tell you I'm very transparent. What I do for myself, I said, find out whichever advisor, whatever you need, go and ask questions, have conversations. You don't have to buy anything real quick. Recently, I was speaking to somebody and he does insurance. And while he was talking to me, I was already ready for it because I just knew, listen, I already said to him, I said, wealthy people don't put their money in banks. And he was like, oh, so you know? I said, I know, so don't hold back anything from me. And so while we were talking about insurance and whatever, this and that, I already knew what I wanted to do because what? I educated myself on it. I educated myself. So that's why they said an educated is your best customer. He didn't even have to sell me. He did not even have to sell me. I just added on what I have. And I want to use it while I'm here. I want to use some of that. And he laughed. Okay. So when it comes to your health, your finances, take time out and educate yourself about it. Because sometimes we don't share this stuff. We don't share it, but I'm willing to talk to you about it. And then you'll find out like, oh my gosh, this has been staring me in the face the whole time. Right? When it comes to your wellness, this phone is probably going to go off because it's only, let's see. Oh, 13. Wow, 13. I'm going to go until it goes off. Yes, Britt family. Get a little notebook. Get a notebook. And I also have a journal on what do you call it, Amazon there. But I tell people, get a little notebook, and I'm going to show you how to set yourself up for 2026. I know that God fully in control. And there's some things when I write it and I say it. And one thing I had forgotten last year, and it never came through because it wasn't supposed to happen. That person did not go for that surgery. It was not supposed to happen. All right. So know that with God, I'm going to be intentional about it. And what I'm saying for my health, my health, my wealth, my legacy, my education, I volunteer, how I give back. I volunteer a lot. Well, I cut, but I volunteer. And somebody asked me, what's in it for me? I said, what's in it for me? Why I give back? Because I understand the law of reciprocity, right? You have to understand that law, how God has blessed me by just keeping me. Sometimes just keeping your sanity, that's a whole blessing. Right? When people do things to you, I had to learn over many years that I don't get angry at them. And it's not because you're soft. It's not because you let people get over on you. It's because you understand the law of reciprocity. I cannot send hate your direction because I'm only a mirror of it'll come back and hit me. So that's why when people think they're getting over on you, before I leave with this, you are not soft. You're not a pushover. You're not, somebody said something to me once, and she said that person probably think you're not smart. I said smart, and she said no, that you're not onto them, when I am. And sometimes when people are doing their foolishness around you, I just hope, my prayer is this, that something will get through. Right? When somebody hurts you, Brit Family Fun, I'm telling you, don't wish them any harm. Say, when they say, God, take care of it, release whatever anger or upset. I've had people, listen, I've had people who have made a lot of money from what I thought, and they never honored it. They didn't finish honoring what they should. I release it, and somebody said to me, you know what? Things happen. Things happen. And I said, you know what? Things do happen. And so I had to release it and let it go. And I said, God, in everything, Brit, Family Fun, I'm going to tell you, in everything, there is a lesson. Yes, release it and let God, and then find something else to be thankful for. Thank God that you're able to get up and brush your teeth this morning, that you're able to roll over in the bed on your own. Because some people, I had to brush their teeth. I had to roll them over. I had to make sure they're clean and they're comfortable. Start thanking God for something else and watch it outweigh that stuff. Watch it outweigh that stuff, because whatever that person is going through, why they're choosing to hurt you, hurt people, release it and watch God do a miracle in your life. Yes, watch him do things. I've had it. I've seen it. I've seen it where that money could have helped me do things. That money could have helped me help somebody. I say, God, give me new ideas. Give me new ideas. Give me new ideas. All right. I'm on Instagram, RN to CEO. You can always inbox me and we can connect, right? But I always say, God, give me new ideas to figure something out. I am not a great cook, but if I need to go, I told my daughter, listen, I got all this stuff in here. I need to go sell it on eBay. Right? Lots of stuff that I can give away, lots of stuff and I said, I can write a new course like this. I can talk to people. One of the gifting God has given me is to what people have. And some people are afraid of it because they're trying to figure it out. When somebody has said, you know what, you can take that, put that on a course. My 21-day care for self, I put that I turned it into a course. I just set the name. I wrote it. No chat GPT helped me. I wrote it myself. And it's just like me telling you here. And then I give you what was led to do. And people get the portion of it for free. And the other part, they spend a few bucks if they want it. That's for them. But the same thing that God has given me, right? Some of you, a lot of people, yes, Britt, you are out there walking. Turn your journey, girl, connect with me. Turn your journey into an ebook. Do you know how many people I've said here? Mama Bowman did her, Nitya did her ebooks, and Casey, I remember the night we were on my call, and I said, take the challenge, and you guys go ahead. And they went in and they released. Casey now have her journal. I'm not saying it's because of me, but I remember when they were on the call that night. But Mama Bowman stopped and said, "Aaron, thank you for that. Thank you for encouraging me." Nitya, who's so super talented. So this is what I do. We can all do better. We can all take care of one another. And I want you to journal your going back out there walking. Even if you say, I walk because I walk with the dog, or I walk 20 minutes, why am I choosing to do? And in that moment, you can write an affirmation. Say, today, I thank God for my feet because I'm able to walk, right? Because the small things, people, this may go off, but guys, thank you for being here. The membership, or just connect with me. 21-day care for self should be in the description. If not, I'll update it. RNT CEO, same thing on Instagram. I work out live during the winter months because it's so cold. Yes. So take care of yourself. Do it in the house. Tell people how you choose to take care of yourself, because somebody want to hear it. Yes. I don't take, go to the dollar store, get that notebook. This is day one. Do a 30-day thing. Whatever you're doing, that's my 21-day care for self. And I have a scripture every day because I took people on my journey. I invest in other people and I see, okay, that's how it's done. And I put it up there, and a few people have gone in and they've said, wow, Sharon, I like this. It's no hard sell. It's nothing. Hear your journey, everything that you're living, everything that you're experiencing. Somebody chose to share it. Share it on a t-shirt. Share it whichever way you choose to do it. Because that's what God placed us here. He placed us here to help each other. He placed us here to make this world a better place. It's no one person, no one government, no one this. It's us. It is us. The moment we're still and realize that, okay? The moment we're still and we realize that everything we need is already here. God has already given it to us. Your thing is to help others. Right? Great family fun. Your thing is to help others. But like that, tell me how to have fun with my family. Tell me how to have fun. Show me ways that if I don't have a lot of money, how I can have family fun. What your name is telling me, girl, stop playing. Let's do this. Okay, there's a reason why you're on here. All right. There's a reason why you're on here today. And I really, really appreciate you guys. Those of you just coming in, go back to the replay. Thank you for the thumbs up. Our membership is there, but connect with, go on my post, read, listen to my menopause. If anything, just, yes, just go and watch my menopause. Leave me a note and I come back over and I watch 8 to 20, whatever you have there. Yes. Thank you guys. You all have been awesome until I have nothing left on the phone. I got to charge it before I go in the elevator, because just in case, I may even take the steps because I'm not taking. Okay. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate Brit Family Fun, and everybody else. Go in the description below. Sign up for a 21-day care for self. And thank you. You have an amazing, beautiful day. God bless. Take care now, everybody. Bye.